Well, hello and everyone. I'm Dr. Julia Royston at BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the coaching community, the Book Business Bosses, where we'll help you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. I am super excited today, which is like, it's almost like a where are they now? But let me just explain what the primary purpose is because we're having like our own family reunion. So I don't know if you understand that or not. You know how it is when you haven't seen people in a while and you get to see them again. And oh my goodness, they're all grown up, and I got to stay focused. So our primary purpose for being together today and this week, we are celebrating Black Child Book Week, and it was petitioned. It was taken to the calendar and a group, and you can go to this website right here, blackbabybooks.com, and find out the history of it. But when I understood that Black Child Book Week was this week, I said BK Royston Publishing has to be a part. And then we coordinated our schedules. These are very, very busy young people. And I said, Miss Latascha Craig, I need you to get some babies on, and we're going to go live. Of course, they're not babies now. If you look at them compared to the book cover, they are all rolled up. Like, oh my God, what happened in a year? Oh my goodness. So I am super excited. They're like celebrities, I'm telling you, because everywhere I go with this book, or people are looking for it. Do you have My Life Matters? Do you have My Life Matters? Do you have My Life Matters? You know, my son's in that book. You know, my daughter's in that book. Do you have My Life Matters? And you published My Life Matters? I said, yes, I did. And I'm super excited about it. So, but these are young people that have written the book, My Life Matters. And I think we want to, if you have not, thank you. If you have not, I know that Dwayne has a copy handy. I don't know if everybody else has a copy handy, but so My Life Matters is a collaboration anthology collection of stories, and I want her to introduce herself. Basically, we were sitting in our homes in 2020, all on lockdown, and I had an idea and then didn't realize that across town Miss Latascha Craig was having the same idea, and she's like, you late, girl. I done already got the team. I done already got the students together. You late. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm glad I could join the party. So first off, I want Miss Latascha Craig to introduce herself and tell us about the kind of the brainchild of the My Life Matters book.
All right. Hey, everybody. Happy we're celebrating Black Child Book Week. And I'm just so excited to be a part of that, especially on behalf of the beautiful Black children that we have in front of us, our amazing authors of My Life Matters, some super talented kids in every right, not just in book writing, but also in academics and sports, and just all around good people. So, congratulations to you all on your book making it to Black Child Book Week. As it relates to the brainchild of My Life Matters, it's simply one of those things that, of course, I'm raising two Black children, and their life certainly matters. I knew a group of amazing and talented parents who are also doing the same thing and share the same sentiment about their children. And just in my head, in my prayer time, meditation time, God speaking. And of course, across town is the wonderful, illustrious book business boss having the same idea. So, of course, it came together before we, like one of those things that you say before he knitted you in your womb, your mother's womb. He already had it planned. He already had the children picked out, all of that. And so it was amazing to reach out to those parents, and no one said no. Everybody took advantage of that opportunity to catapult their children, and to lift them up into My Life Matters. So and then from there, the children took a reign, over writing their stories and sharing those things. We had some, and of course, you can speak to that. We had some stories that were truly powerful, and they're expressing their heart. some things that showcased who they were and who they wanted to be, who they were striving to be, and just the beauty of their life, primarily because we were in a time where um, it was scary. You know, it's scary to think about you having to defend and protect your life. And it was definitely scary for us parents. So it was an amazing opportunity to be able to do that on behalf of our children. And of course, you know, the whole purpose behind it all is to push them into the stratosphere of legacy building and wealth building, you know, having an heirloom that outlasts them for generations, to share with the world and let them know who they are. So I am grateful for the opportunity, and we're still at it.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those books that is evergreen, as most all books are, but this one really speaks to a lot of people, and I want them to know that across the country, it is spoken to Black parents, Black educators, white parents, white educators, Spanish educators, Spanish parents, Asian parents. It is universal in
Yeah.
that it does have a life of its own, and it does speak for itself. So as the publisher, I'm honored to be a part of this project. I want you all to know that this book is inspiring schools. This I just had a school in Massachusetts want your book for all of their I think eighth grade students, and they so therefore your book is moving even with you, but it's also a moving across the nation and inspiring students and schools illiterate around the country. So congratulations to you, kudos to you. Even though, as they say, you were selected, you said yes, and you rose to the occasion, and the rewards are endless, clearly endless. So I want to get your perspective on what writing the book has meant to you. What was your initial intention when you wrote it, and then now seeing what has happened over the last, I guess it's 2 years now, over a year now, what it means to you. Who wants to start? We going ladies first or gentlemen? Who wants to start?
I
Cynthia,
think Richard should go first.
Richard should
Dwayne
go
Richard.
first. All
He
right.
was the first one to turn
Richard,
his story in.
come on,
He was
Dwayne Richard, you
ready.
go first.
Um, the first thing I would like to say is thank you for having me. Um, Also, what this book meant to it was my first time writing a book, first time being able to have something on my own, have something I can say I did myself, something I can call empowering, something I'm able to share with my friends and my family and other people in the world to say I did this, and I'm able to brag about that.
Yeah, something to brag about.
It sure is something to brag about. It's something to brag about, most definitely. So, how has the what I want to say the promoting process been? Because one of the beauties that I just want to explain to the listening audience and even those that are going to be watching from the replay is that this is different than a young authors program in that the students purchase the books and they resell them and they keep the profits from the books that they sell. So the pricing that they are charging, of course, with their parents' permission, they keep it. So they have established accounts and all of that. So what has that meant to you? You basically have something forever to sell.
Yes, I do have something forever to sell. I'm able to save the money I've saved up selling the books. I've saved for some of my college funds, some things I want. I've saved money with some of those things I've used from the book, and I've also used some of that money towards my school. We're trying to get a new program started in my school, so I've also invested in some of those things at my school.
Come on
Okay,
now.
that makes me emotional. Okay,
Come on now.
that's well beyond what we initially had in mind, but congratulations to you,
Yeah.
Dwayne.
That's the
That
point,
is
Julia.
I know. I know.
To get them to thinking about,
I
wealth
know.
building,
Yeah,
taking care
that's
of
it.
your legacy.
Your
Yeah.
legacy in your life, helping your family, what that means, what that, and I know a lot of times people are not thinking on that level. Even adults are not thinking on that
Yeah.
level. And to
Yeah.
have young people their age in middle school and high school thinking on that level is just, it's clearly incredible. Who's next? Who's next?
Don't make me
Kinsley,
call you
you
out.
ready? I was like, Kinsley, you ready?
She's ready.
Go ahead, Kinsley.
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, love.
Yes,
Go
love.
ahead.
Okay. Well, what do you have a question for me? You want me to answer
I
first,
do.
or
I guess that was my fault. I should have said answering the same question, but really, how has being in this book transformed and changed your life?
well, I'm a sophomore, and freshman year we all started online. So when I first got to my school, some of my teachers already knew who I was because of my books, because of the book, and I was shocked, and they were asking questions. My whole first period, we had a conversation about what the book was, and one of the frisky at our school was asking me about it, and we talked about it in a group, and it's just starting conversations about, and kind of uncomfortable conversations, and um, explaining about what it was and how the process and how long it took and who was all part of it, and you know, made me feel comfortable starting at a new school, didn't know anybody. It was interesting.
So you were a celebrity before you got there. That's what you're trying to say. I know you're being
Yeah,
modest, but you were
kind
already a
of.
celebrity. Now, that is something most authors, even adult ones, don't understand what that does, especially because your face is on the cover of the book and your face is on the back of the book. So, most authors, their face is on the back, but you all are on the cover and on the back of the book. So, therefore, notoriety and recognition, even at your age, is, I mean, it's like we're not Beyonce, but when people walk up to you and say, you're on the, doesn't that do something to you? Doesn't it? Yeah, just kind of shifts your perspective. Like, me? Well, yeah, I guess I am on that cover of that book. Yeah, it does something to you. So that you're experiencing a level of celebrity that even adult authors have to be reminded that people will, once they read your book, have your book, that you'll actually be seen and recognized. And then now they're asking you about it.
Right.
So what, were you able to have some of the race questions that were a little uncomfortable, or what conversations? I mean, that probably definitely started some conversation, correct?
It did, and well, it was the beginning of the school year, so we didn't really get in depth about it. Um, there's been times like in smaller groups where we've talked about it, and it's been, what's the word I want to use? It's been shocking, and putting things in perspectives where kids our age we don't think about, or why certain topics might be uncomfortable, and how we feel in a sense, and
Mm,
how we feel being, one or two black kids in a class, to because
mm,
that's what we mainly talk about at school.
mm. Young, beautiful, and black, but it can still be overwhelming and uncomfortable at times. That's phenomenal that you're able to, even at your age, have that conversation and being able to express yourself that way, and know that there are a lot of people who are not able to do that. So that's a beautiful place to be able to be in, and a safe space to be in. So have you written anything else since the My Life Matters? Do you journal? Do
Mm,
you?
no, I haven't written anything else. I've been pretty busy with school, but I plan to, hopefully.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just
Miss
earned you a
Craig's
phone
gonna be
call.
calling. I was gonna say Miss Craig's gonna be calling you soon, very soon. Thank you so much. So, Ronil, how are you, sir? Good to see you. How you been?
I've been doing pretty good.
Oh, their voices, their whole voice pitch has just like, who is that? So good to see you, sir. So tell me, so how has My Life Matters changed your life?
It kind of changed how I transitioned when I transferred schools during the NTI. And so, like, I'll always have my camera off and muted some half the time. But when I got to publish my book, we got to publish the book, it kind of like helped me get like come into school with a purpose and kind of show off myself, so I don't have to be like so back in the corner all the time, and I actually have something to talk about and join groups with.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's a wonderful thing, and I'm hopeful and prayerful that um, being having that, you have you as they say, you have receipts. The kids is teaching me that new term. You have receipts, so you have that actual book with your face on the front and the back, and the words inside that are going to be yours forever. And so you will, so you should puff out your chest. You should stand in your own and be confident in what you've done, because there are a lot of people that haven't done what you've done. So have you been writing any? No? Yes?
uh no.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get
I was
them back.
taking phone call.
So we're going to get them cracking. So and the school where you are, are you able to have any discussions or conversations about the book at all?
I had a couple conversations with teachers and with other people that wrote books in my class. So yes, I've had a lot of conversations with some people.
Yeah, but I bet their situation is totally different, because very rarely, unless they were in a book with Miss Royston and Miss Craig, they're not selling their book and getting able to keep the money, are
Yeah.
they? That's a wonderful thing. It's great to see you, Ron Neal. You look wonderful as always and very handsome. And we're so glad that you all have been with us this evening. And Mr. Josiah Finley,
Good
how are you, sir?
afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening. Oh Lord. Oh Jesus. I'm not ready for his voice either. Okay. They're just so grown up. Oh. Yeah, I'm drama. Okay. So tell me a little, because see, Josiah is taking it almost a little bit to the next level, as always, with the book and being the author. And I have to tell you, I was at an event this past Sunday, and she said there was a tall young man that was with you. You were on 4th Street Live, and I bought a book from, yeah. And I said, yeah, that was Josiah. Yes, it was. And we're so glad. So tell us about your experience. Of course, you're a multiple author and published author. So just tell us about the difference kind of in My Life Matters has been in being a part of that book.
Well, with My Life Matters, it was kind of a different experience for me as an author. It really taught me that, writing doesn't always have to be about, just trying to have fun or trying to, it's not always recreational. Sometimes it can be expressional. Sometimes it can be artistic. And that, you know, putting these words between these pages is something that never goes away. And sometimes that's a little terrifying because once it's out there, you can't take it back. But it's also empowering because you know that no matter who tries or no matter what happens, that can't be taken from you.
Exactly. Exactly. It's out there. And it can be, a little nerve wracking, but also know that people can't be inspired. They can't be motivated. They can't understand your perspective and your thoughts unless you put it out there. So, I mean, people that will meet you one on one will understand it. People in your village, people in your school, all of you. But your words are empowering and motivating people literally around the world. So now it's taken on a whole life of its own, in that um, you're able to inspire, and those words are on that paper forever, but also you're able to inspire not only the current generation or even adults, but you're able to inspire the generations that come behind you, because that my life matter can be utilized over and over and over and over and over again for years to come. So, how has this really impacted you as a, I know the book has, but how have you thought about even future books or future writings? I know you're in school. I know you all busy with actual school and assignments, but has it spurred you to be a better writer or wanting to write more? Or are you like, just let me get through high school? Miss Royston, let me just get through high school.
I think it's definitely made me a better writer. I think it's caused me to reflect on my word choices, and the way I structure sentences more, even in academic papers and things like that. Um, and I'm not gonna get anybody's hopes up here, but there is a small writing assignment in my English class where we have to write a short story. And I really, really like the idea that I came up with. And I'm thinking of making it larger, kind of expanding it into a better, more in depth story. So maybe another book soon. But I also did have another idea that I kind of put on the back burner as this school year started, because my classes are a lot harder this year. But, I'm always looking for something else to be in the works. So,
A writer at his heart, and we love it, and we love it. Okay, so I want to go back to Dwayne. What is one thing, and I'll give you all a minute to think about it. What is one thing that you really want the My Life books, the My Life Matters book to really do for people in the world? What do you want them to really, one takeaway that you really want them to get from the book itself? Dwayne?
Um, One thing I wanted people in the world to know about this book is not the book is not just kids, just normal kids out just wrote a book. We were gifted and given the opportunity to write this book, and it's made me enjoyable, and it's made me a much stronger person, and has opened multiple opportunities for me.
Excellent, excellent. Kinsley?
I would probably say that this is a daily worry for all of us. This is in the back of our heads and on a daily basis. And I hope that it gets people talking more and promotes more conversation all around the world, more than it already has.
Wonderful, wonderful. Ronil?
I think one thing I want this book to be for around the world is kind of not taking the perspective of saying my, but having the point of view of yourself and why you should know that your own life matters, and take that into consideration around the people in your community and people you talk to.
Wonderful. Yeah, turning that from just I to we and us and our, and how are we going to all matter. And that's incredible. Thank you. Oh God. These babies is just something. Woo. Okay, Josiah.
um, well, um, the first thing that came to my mind was never be afraid to take opportunities. Never, psych yourself out of doing something that you think might be beneficial to you, because you don't know that the door that this has opened may lead to a hallway filled with a bunch of other doors, which is exactly what this has done for each and every single one of us authors. And just don't don't let fear and anxiety cause you to back down from a challenge and from something that you think could, propel you forward in the long run.
Miss Craig.
Well, I'll tell you that one of the things that I wanted people around the world to take away from this is probably more on a parental standpoint, that whatever we invest in our children is what we can expect them to return to the world. And so this project was definitely an investment in our children. And as you can see, the return to the world has been much greater than anything we could have put into it. I mean, as I sit here and I look at them and I listen to them talking, and having known all of them for some time, and even in the absence of the other ones that couldn't be here tonight because they have super busy schedules and other things going on in their life, but still, value everything that they put into this book, even in their absence, knowing that their parents also have something to say about investing in their children, and the return has been great. I mean, the words escape me a lot when I think about this project, simply because it was one of those passion type things. And anybody who knows me knows that I can be passionately loud, and especially about children. I truly believe that in a lot of ways in this world, the best way that we can name, or the best way that we can give back, is to make sure that our children have what they need on the inside, because that's what comes out. So everything that they put on paper is just the proof of what has been put into them on the inside. I've watched Dwayne grow into this amazing young man, and I'm looking at him now. I'm thinking, I cannot wait to vote for him.
I know that's right. I know
can't
that's
wait
right.
to vote for him. I don't know what he's running for, but I'm voting. And I look at Kinsley, who is, Kinsley is an amazing artist. And people might not know that, as soft spoken as she is, she's great, and has some very talented hands and ideas that come out of her head. And I look at Ronil, who is an amazing athlete, but also a very astute person in academics, and he's grown into this individual who is outgoing, and he's creating a space for himself in this world, and just following his own path, and yes, they are celebrities in their own right. But I'm gonna tell you, Beyonce ain't got nothing on them.
Oh, what you said.
So, and I don't want to leave out Josiah. He's all right,
He's
all right.
Like, get in there. Poor Josiah.
Yeah,
That's my baby. I'll take him.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
He is. He is amazing.
And he hangs out with some amazing people.
He
knows how to pick. He knows how to pick amazing company. So I'm grateful for that. But I'm also grateful for the parents who poured into these children, who are becoming the generation that everybody has counted out, but they're going to show them something. They're going to show them something. And that's what I mean about My Life Matters. We couldn't have done any more in this investment to give to the world, because, what this is going to supersede. It's going to be going on for a very long time. So I'm just grateful that they have something that their generation, their children, the people that are coming after them, the people that they'll give life to, can be proud of and can say that this is a part of my legacy. And I know that the ancestors are dancing and singing.
No, Lord. This is what Black Child Book Week really is all about.
Yeah.
This is what it was intended to be. This is what it's all about. This is what we had in mind, and it surpassed anything we had in mind. But being able to pour, because as you all know, I have no biological children of my own. So therefore, me to be able to pass down the love of writing, wealth building, legacy to a next generation of children that I did not birth, but that I'm praying that I birth the love of building wealth and self-esteem, and a physical self-image, a positive self-image that will last throughout their lives and long after, as they say, pushing up daisies and buried and gone. Because that is what this life really is all about, is what you pour into and what you invest. And sometimes we don't get a return here, but oh my gosh, I have gotten a return just listening to these young people speak. I'm good. I'm good. I got it. I got my, as they say, the old folks you say, give me my flowers where I live. Well, the flowers is right here. They blooming and they are nice, dozen roses, and I'm looking at them, and I'm very appreciative. If you would like to connect with Miss Latascha Craig, please email her at imaginemerising@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. If you are an educator, if you are an administrator who would like this similar program, be sure to go to imaginemerising@gmail.com. If you like to purchase classroom sets, if you would like any of these young people to speak and empower and encourage. I know Josiah has been on speaking events and engagements. I know the others have been asked, even in small groups in their house. I mean, in the school, I'm sorry, their house, even in small groups in their school. They've been, you know, they've been leaders. They've been leading discussions. So we have, as they say, we've created leaders. We've created young people who are able to stand and eloquently speak about their thoughts, their hearts. And so, you know, as they say, my job is done. It is a wonderful privilege to have worked with each and every one of them. It was wonderful and an honor. Special thanks, of course, to Ms. Craig and also to all of the parents who have supported their children tremendously and continue to do so. If you would like to support, please email imaginemerising@gmail.com if you'd like more information, how you can bring this same program to your school, to your district, to your organization, to your church, to your philanthropic organization, whatever that looks like, and send an email to imaginemerising@gmail.com. It has been a pleasure, young people. Thank you so much. I know you all are extremely busy. You all still have one more school day tomorrow. And be blessed in all that you do. You know, I love you and appreciate all that you're doing and aspire to do. And I congratulate you again on doing an excellent job and all that you do in the future. I look forward to seeing your names in lights and being interviewed on television and being commentators and all and just continue to being a light and leaders in the world today. Be blessed. I'm Dr. Julia Royston, BK Royston Publishing, along with Miss Latascha Craig, and the young people and the authors of My Life Matters book, available through imaginemerising@gmail.com. It's on Amazon, but be sure and reach out to us so that you can get signed copies and we can know exactly who purchased it so that our materials in the future and any of our other endeavors in the future, you will have first glance and be first notified. Have a blessed evening and continue.
Hey, Julia, can I say one thing?
Sure.
Reaching out to imaginemerising@gmail.com in order to purchase the book means that you will be put into put in touch with the authors, because that is the point of the project, so that the authors will be able to sell the books themselves so that they get the profit. We don't benefit from that. They do. And so that's your investment moving forward. And so reaching out to that email, if you're interested in purchasing the book or purchasing it in bulk, there are authors. We will put you in touch with the author so that you can purchase from them, so that those funds go back to them. You can get it from Amazon, but then Amazon gets the money.
Right.
And we want them to get the money.
That's I'm sorry. Yeah. Imagine Me Rising, if you're correct, at gmail.com is the coordinator email. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just want them to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make that distinction that we don't benefit from it. Our goal is for them to benefit.
Oh, most definitely.
And so I just want to say to the authors, thank you. I will be reaching out to you because you've indicated to me tonight that you're not writing anymore or not in a consistent way. And so, yes, I will be reaching out because we will have a conversation. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to listen, y'all. We have to get it cracking. Multiple streams of income. Multiple. College, trade school, businesses, authorship, entrepreneurship. Come on. Let's go.
Okay, she took the words right out of my mouth. Let's go.
Oh,
I love you all. You all have a great night. And ooh, you're going to look for them phone calls. All right. Bye bye. Thank you all.
thank y'all.